This video discusses the practice of Buddhism, the symbolic meaning, examining its core principles, meditation, mindfulness, and practices. Let's begin with the breakdown of Buddhism. But the name Bud carries deep symbolism and conveys various meanings. It is believed to originate from the Old English word Bodha, which means messengers or herald. This association with communication and conveying messages highlights the importance of clear and effective communication in society. Furthermore, Bud signifies someone who possesses the qualities of a messenger, someone who can bridge the gaps, facilitate understanding, and connect people. Individuals who convey the ability to convey ideas, emotions, and thoughts that resonate with others, who possess the power to bridge gaps between different cultures, languages, and perspectives, fostering harmony and unity. The etymology is derived from the Old High German word Buse, meaning friend or companion. It links in emphasizing social aspects of the name Bud and highlights the importance of companionships and personal human interactions. The second part of Buddhism is HISM. HISM is an acronym that can stand for several terms, most commonly in medical terms the human intestinal smooth muscle context related to the gastrointestinal physiology. In microbiology, a protein subunit in bacterial histidine transport, often discussed in molecular biology studies. HISM in software-related terms is called the horizontal image switch menu, and also considered a user interface design for programming contexts. When integrating the two concepts of HISM, we can ascertain a broad and rudimentary compilation of human, i.e. biology, and programming, i.e. software programming. When we combine the word Buddhism together, we can logically assess that this connotation of the word was designed to denote friendly communication and connection with human programming. Therefore, it could be reasonable to ascertain that we are being programmed within this reality through religious practices. The history of Buddhism originated over 2,500 years ago in ancient India with Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, and evolved in diverse traditions throughout Asia. The origins of Buddhism began in northeastern India, or modern-day Nepal, and in India in the 5th and 6th centuries BCE. Siddhartha Gautama, born from the Sakya clan, was shielded from suffering but encountered old age, sickness, and death, which inspired him to seek a path beyond human suffering. After years of practice, he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, becoming the Buddha or awakened one, teaching the Dharma, emphasizing the middle way, the Four Noble Truths, and the Noble Eightfold Path. Let's examine the three concepts of Dharma, the middle way, the Four Noble Truths, and the Noble Eightfold Path. What is Dharma? Dharma is a multifaceted concept referring to the moral, ethical, and cosmic law that sustains individuals, society, and the universe. The etymology and core meaning originates from Sanskrit root word meaning to hold, or support or sustain. Upholding the universal and social order. In its broadest sense, encompasses duties of rights, laws, conduct, virtues, and ethics, forming the foundation of righteous living. Dharma is taught in Buddhism, ultimate truth; Jainism, moral purification and transformation; and Sikhism, eternal truth and ethical conduct. The middle way is the Buddha's path that avoids the extremes of self-indulgence and self-mortification desires, guiding practitioners toward balance, insight, and enlightenment. Originally articulated by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, after he experiences both the luxuries of palace life and several austerities of ascetic practice. He realized that neither extreme led to true liberation. Instead, the middle way represents a balanced approach to life and spiritual practice, avoiding both indulgence in sensory pleasures and extreme self-denial. Philosophically, it also avoids the extremes of eternalism, the unchanging self, and nihilism, total annihilation, offering a nuanced understanding of existence. The Four Noble Truths. Siddhartha Gautama created the core of his first sermon, the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, and provided a practical framework for understanding human existence and achieving liberation of suffering. The first truth. 1. The truth of suffering, dukkha. Life inherently involves suffering, dissatisfaction, and distress. This includes birth, aging, illness, death, and separation from what is loved and obtaining what one desires. Even ordinary experiences are marked by impermanence and dissatisfaction. The second truth. 2. The origin of suffering, samadaya. Suffering arises from cravings, attachment, and ignorance. This includes desire for sensory pleasures, desire for existence, and clinging to impermanent things. These cravings perpetuate the cycle of rebirth, samsara, and ongoing dissatisfaction. The third truth. 3. The cessation of suffering, nirodha. It is possible to end suffering by extinguishing craving and attachment. This cessation leads to nirvana, a state of liberation where rebirth and suffering no longer arise. And the fourth truth. 4. The truth of the path, leading to the cessation of suffering, magga, leading to the noble Eightfold Path which provides practical guidance to end suffering. The significance of the Four Noble Truths are not merely philosophical concepts. They are intended as a practical framework for self-reflection, ethical living, and spiritual development. They encourage mindfulness, compassion, and insight into the nature of reality, helping practitioners reduce daily suffering and achieve ultimate freedom from the cycle of rebirth. The application and daily practice of the Four Noble Truths. 1. First, recognize the source of stress and dissatisfaction in life. 2. Cultivate detachment from the unwholesome desire. 3. Develop ethical behavior and mindfulness. 4. Progress towards inner peace and spiritual liberation. The Four Noble Truths remain central to all Buddhist traditions, providing timeless guidance for personal transformation and the pursuit of wisdom and compassion. The Noble Eightfold Path. This path consists of the following concepts. 1. The right view or understanding, comprehending the nature of reality and the path of transformation. 2. Right intention, cultivating an attitude of love and non-ill will. 3. Right speech, speak truthfully and harmoniously. 4. Right action, engaging in ethical conduct and non-harmful behavior. 5. Right livelihood, earning a living in a way that does not harm others. 6. Right effort, cultivating positive states of mind and overcoming negative ones. 7. Right mindfulness, develop awareness of the body, feelings, and thoughts. 8. Right concentration, practicing meditation to achieve deeper states of awareness. According to Buddhism, following this path leads to the cessation of suffering and the attainment of nirvana, the ultimate goal. The core concepts of Buddhism is to embody compassion to reduce suffering and to awaken your true nature. The core principles of Buddhism is a non-theistic spiritual tradition emphasizing a path to enlightenment, the understanding of reality, and ethical living. The central teachings of Buddhism are the Four Noble Truths and path to liberation. The 5 precepts of ethical concepts are refraining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxication. Meditation and mindfulness as a practice with Buddhism. Meditation is a key practice, though not the only one. Meditation can bring awareness and enlightenment to your untapped ability to connect to your third eye. Mindfulness meditation, vipassana, on the other hand, brings awareness and development to your thoughts, emotions, reactions, and sensations of the body. There is also kindness meditation, metta, to cultivate compassion, appreciate joy, and equanimity. Buddhism practice. Buddhism can be practiced outside of monasteries through simple daily activities such as 1. Morning mantras, a quick meditation to set a mindful tone for the day. 2. Mindful breathing, to calm yourself during times of nervousness. 3. Chanting or reciting Buddhism or other spiritual texts. 4. Practicing compassion through acts of kindness. 5. Evening reflection for deeper thoughts on actions and intentions. 6. Regular retreats for deeper practice. And 7. Mindful activities like walking, talking, or eating with awareness. The law of karma. The law of karma, or kamma in Pali, in Buddhism it is fairly simple. It is any intentional action that has effects. This includes the things we do, our speech, and even thoughts. Action equals reaction. Karma is the law of our choices, good or bad. And if we practice positive, we can achieve that again. If we engage in hateful thoughts and actions, that also may be repeated again. Control of our actions, our reactions, our speech and thought. Whatever we focus on can come into being. It is much like the law of attraction. Rebirth and reincarnation. Buddhism generally rejects the actual idea of reincarnation. Reincarnation comes from Hinduism, which heavily influenced Buddhism. The difference is that Buddhist teachings explicitly state there is no eternal soul that moves from one life to the next. As such, many people have a slight misunderstanding of rebirth in Buddhism. The teaching of rebirth is different from reincarnation in that there is no self, soul, or spirit that is permanent or unchanging. Instead, we can start seeing rebirth in our own lifetime. In every moment, the flow of experience is changing, much like the philosophy of the I Ching. The body changes, thoughts arise and pass, feelings come and go. In this sense, we are being reborn constantly. As far as future lives, the teaching is that our actions in this life can impact future lives. Future meaning the next generations ahead. It's all connected and progressive. And once you are gone, the karma you have created in your lifetime will hopefully have an impact or leave a mark for the next generations to come. The heart practice. Along with mindfulness, meditation, and Buddhist practices, there are 4 heart qualities known as the Brahmaviharas. These are 4 qualities of the heart the Buddha had instructed his followers to cultivate alongside mindfulness, insight, and concentration. The 4 heart practices are: 1. Metta meaning loving kindness. 2. Karuna meaning showing compassion. 3. Mudita meaning appreciating joy. 4. Upekkha meaning equanimity, mental balance, and calmness. Together, these 4 practices help what Buddha called the boundless heart. We learn to respond with more kindness, presence, and care to both our own experience and those around us. Meditation. When it comes to meditation practice, there are many forms. There are currently 12 meditation practices you can follow. 1. Mindful meditation, observing thoughts and feelings without judgment. 2. Loving kindness meditation, cultivating compassion towards yourself and others. 3. Body scan meditation, involves mentally scanning your body head to toe, promoting relaxation and body awareness. 4. Transcendental meditation, uses a specific mantra repeated silently to achieve deep relaxation and clarity, reducing stress and anxiety. 5. Chakra meditation focuses on the 7 chakras in the body, using visualization, color, and sound to balance energy and promote healing. 6. Guided meditation, using audio to guide you through visualization and relaxation exercises. Can improve sleep, tension, and emotional support. 7. Mantra meditation, repeating a word, phrase, or sound like Om to focus the mind and enter a calm, centered state. 8. Spiritual meditation, connecting to a higher consciousness or spiritual practice through prayer, contemplation, or reflection. 9. Focused attention meditation, centering your attention of a specific object, sound, or thought, helping to improve concentration. 10. Movement meditation, incorporates gentle movements such as yoga, tai chi, or walking exercises. Encourages mindfulness through intentional movement and body awareness. 11. Breath awareness meditation, concentrates on the rhythm of breathing to calm the mind and reduce stress. 12. Visualization meditation, involves imagining peaceful images, goals, positive outcomes to promote motivation, emotional balance, and calm. These 12 techniques provide a wide range of approaches, from stillness and introspection to movement and energy work, allowing you to choose a method that best suits your personal preferences and lifestyle. Mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation is perhaps the most well-known type of meditation in Buddhism. In general, mindfulness is the cultivation of awareness in present-time experiences. We learn to be present with whatever is arising, observing thoughts and recognizing patterns that come from the mind and body. The Buddha's actual teachings on mindfulness center on the 4 establishments of mindfulness, or 4 ways we can cultivate this quality. These are: 1. Mindfulness of the body. 2. Mindfulness of feeling tone. 3. Mindfulness of the mind. 4. Mindfulness of dhammas, moral and ethical laws. We cultivate this mindfulness through a variety of practices, including mindfulness of breath, anapanasati, body scans, and walking meditation, and general open awareness practices. Different Buddhism practices. 1. Theravada, meaning teaching of the elders, and is generally the oldest existing practice. It uses what is known as the Pali Canon, which are the collection of teachings that came first after the Buddha's life and death. Theravada largely ignores later teachings or suttas and focuses primarily on the early teachings as the path. 2. Mahayana, which means the great vehicle, and is substantially larger than Theravada. Over half of Buddhists worldwide practice this tradition. Although the Pali Canon is used in these traditions, later suttas are often used. Another difference is that Theravada focuses on individual liberation through the Noble Eightfold Path. Mahayana focuses more on awakening for the sake of all beings everywhere. 3. Vajrayana is sometimes included in the umbrella of Mahayana and sometimes recognized as its own school. Meaning the diamond vehicle, Vajrayana is a type of Mahayana that uses many more mantra practices, deity visualizations and ritualistic practices. According to adherents, it is the fastest and most direct path to awakening. Conversion process. Unlike many other religions, Buddhism doesn't really have a single conversion process. The main formal step is taking refuge in the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. This means we turn toward the Buddha, the seed of awakening within ourselves, the Dharma, the teachings and way of practice, and the Sangha, the community, as our primary guides and teachers. This may be accompanied by a pledge to undertake the 5 precepts as well. And that's it. There's nothing to do to convert or become Buddhist other than take refuge in the 3 jewels and begin following the precepts. These may be offered in more formal settings at meditation centers or on retreats, but there is no necessity to do it in such a structured setting. In Mahayana schools you may also take the Bodhisattva vows. These are vows to remain in this world until all beings are freed. Some schools may include chanting suttas like the Lotus Sutra. Integrating the practice of Buddhism into your daily life. Buddhism is not limited to formal rituals. It involves ethical living, mindfulness, and compassion in everyday interactions, helping reduce the suffering for oneself and others. Reading Buddhism text assists in teachings and reflecting on the engagement with community and with a deeper understanding of the philosophy of study. By combining meditation, ethical conduct, mindfulness, and compassionate action, anyone can begin practicing Buddhism and gradually cultivate insight, peace, and personal transformation.